Welcome to the channel, ladies and gentlemen. Here we are. We made it. Another episode of Battleworld. And tonight is the rematch. Title is absolutely crazy. Last week, I don't know if we want to call it an upset, guys, but the shape got some revenge last week.
I'd consider it an upset concerning the win-loss record. So
there you go. There you go. So this is going to be a good one tonight. Coriander's with me, Kill and Eric. And for you guys in the chat, thanks for hanging out with us. We're ready to rock and roll. A blanket hello to all you guys. We got Maga and Russell, Jose. Jose's like kills, baby. He's already starting. Melissa, Rick, Ronan. We got Smith's Grove Sanitarium. I love it. This could be interesting. Recently watched both and finished my review of one. All right.
Oh,
very,
nice.
very cool.
Very cool.
Love it. Love it. B2020. Yeah, saying this looks cool. Yes, yes. Ronan's in the house. What's up?
Hello.
Hey, Ronan.
Got my new Nightwatch Zone hoodies. Let's go, champs. All right.
Looks good.
That's what I'm talking about, man. Friday.
Yeah.
What's up, Russell? James. All right. Miss Carter's in the chat. All
Hey,
right.
Miss Carter.
Hello.
There we go. Halloween Kills better win or I'll be mad. Well, there you go.
Ruh-roh.
Well, let's just put this out here because last week, again, I don't know if it was necessarily an upset because Eric was talking about the win-loss record, but we know what happened last week. Somebody was crowned, and here he is. Yeah, man.
I was wondering if you were going to do that. Put some respect on his name.
You gotta put respect on Michael Audrey. Come on, say his full name. So, listen. He said, "I was wondering." I love it.
Hey, he might not have that too long. You never know.
He may not, man. This could be, this could be a quick turnaround. And for you guys in the chat, just to let you know, we're having this match because of the rematch clause that Jason had to get the automatic rematch. So that's why we've got this happening tonight. So hopefully it's going to be a killer, just like last week. Last week was down to 2 points based upon the panel vote and also from the live chat. So let me just say this right now, guys. If you are voting, if you want one of these movies to really win, make every vote count because it came down to 2 points. I believe we were in the 200s as far as the point values.
Wow.
Yeah, we were in the 200s, man. It was absolutely crazy. So anyways, but Kill, we got to find out exactly who we got going on in here. We have the idea, but we want the audience to find out. So Coriander, let's have you start off and let us know about the contestant coming in here.
All right. Well, it sucks being stuck in the water when you're the former champ. But greatness always comes back for one hell of a battle with some badass chick with mind powers. He's back, the former world champ, Jason, from Friday the 13th, Part 7.
All right. And Eric, who do we have in the other corner? Put respect on his name.
Well, we've all heard the term that a man's house is his home, right? Well, this man will kill anyone and everyone to get home. Anything can be a weapon, be it a knife, bare hands, or even a fluorescent light tube. Street justice and mob mentality, that's a good idea, but it's all in the execution. And, well, evil didn't die that night. We have the man, the myth, the legend, the shape, Michael Audrey Myers from Halloween Kills.
Nice. So, Kill, let's go to Kill's commentary on this. What are you thinking, man? Could this be the rematch of the century, or what do we got going on here with these two movies?
Look, I'm going to say this. Michael Audrey Myers, this will be the third week in a row where he has had to prove himself. He's running the gauntlet. He's in the Kumite. He's Batman fighting Bane, and Bane is just giving all the criminals in Gotham gadgets so it tires Batman out. But you know what? I don't know. I got a feeling about this one, Knight. I got a feeling Michael Audrey is like, look, I'm here to stay.
Wow. All right. Hey, man, I love that. The Kumite. That was
Hey, man.
Shout out to Jean-Claude Van Damme.
I want to say this right now. I think we need to copyright Kills commentary. I don't know about you guys.
Yes, that's exactly what I was thinking, man. Exactly what I was thinking. So look, man, let's get ready. Kill. I think I hear something, man. I think I hear something.
I do. I hear it.
I think they're coming in, man. So let's sit back for you guys in the chat of Battleworld for the rematch. All right. These boys, they've been through a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
It shows.
Right? What's up, Barb's in the chat?
Hey, Barb.
We got Gabriella saying hi to the horror community.
Yeah.
Welcome,
Hey.
welcome. Glad to have you here. Hope you guys will have a good time. If you haven't already, please hit the like button. It helps to support the channel, and we'd appreciate it. Okay, so we're going to start getting this going. For the rest of you guys, man, Kay, you guys that just jumped in, Brian, welcome, welcome. So just to explain this, we're going to go category by category, giving a point to the movie that we think deserves it, regardless of our own personal bias. For you guys in the chat, let us know which movie you'd like to give the point to. But as always, if you do a super chat, number one, you'll be able to give your message to us because we can't get to everyone's message, but also your dollar amount will equate to points. So we've seen this many, many times before. If you are really on one movie's side, you can send in a super chat and give points. So if you sent in a $3 super chat, it would be 3 points.
We broke him.
Oh, see, this match is so important. You know, Knights couldn't handle it.
Well, essentially, guys, all your super chats, the dollar amount will go to your movie of choice. So when you do send it in, let us know what movie you are rooting for. And believe me, they do count.
Yes, they do.
Yes.
And it could be really, really tight. You know, and you just never know which way these streams are going to go with these guys fighting this out.
Knight's still all choked up. I'm really excited about tonight because this is maybe only the second time I've watched Kills. So I have a different perspective on what I thought the first time. And I couldn't tell you how many times I've watched The New Blood, and it's still a favorite, and I think underappreciated one in that franchise to me.
Definitely. And look, for me, like I love New Blood, and I love the look of Jason in that one.
Yeah.
Knight, did we break you?
No, not at all. Just my Wi-Fi. Okay. All right. So we are going to get situated. So starting off, as we always do, the home field advantage for the champion. Last week, Jason had the home field advantage. This week, Michael gets the home field advantage. So it is an automatic 5 points to Halloween Kills. First category proper, Eric. We're going to talk about the poster. The poster. Okay. And we've got the poster for Halloween Kills. And then we have the poster for Friday the 13th, Part 7, The New Blood. Give me your thoughts and who's getting the point, man.
They're they're both very, very simple, but I'm going with Halloween Kills. Here's why. I like The New Blood, but it's a little too generic for me. I like the detail. I like the colors, the shadow used in Kills. I love the orange and the black mixed together, and you get to see that the crispiness, the burnt marshmallows. Like I like the tease of Michael's white mask. So I think it fits perfectly.
All right. Okay. How about you, Kill?
This is tough. Can you go back to the Jason poster? See, I like that poster, but the whole, is that a machete? Is that a knife in the center? It's a little weird. It's just floating there. It looks like a knife. It's like he's about to have a knife fight with Jean Grey here. I got to go with Halloween Kills.
Jean Grey.
I love the coloring. I love the black eyes. I love the scarring and the burning. I love seeing the flickers of the flames in the background. And just overall, just the contrast between this one and the 2018 poster, you put them side by side. It's just great. So yeah.
All right. Okay. So I'm with Halloween Kills on the poster for you. How about you, Coriander? What are your thoughts?
Yeah, I have to go with Halloween also. That is like one of my absolute favorite scenes is when he comes out of that burning house. And yeah, you don't know it, if you haven't seen the movie, but just seeing him burned and it just looks so good. And I don't mind that other poster. You guys are all like hating on it, but I don't mind it, but yeah. Killian, when you said having them side by side, ooh, that makes me want to do that. So that was
I've done it. It makes a great screensaver.
I bet. Nice.
All right. Real quick too, in the chat we got Philly Loomis in the house. What's up? Saying hi, everyone. Good to have you. Hope you're enjoying the show so far. Barb saying I just watched Friday 7 last night. I had never seen it. Wow.
Wow.
Also watched Jason X, and let me just say I freaking loved it. That said, I hope Halloween Kills gets it.
All right.
Very cool.
Nice.
Jack is in the chat, starting off quick, saying off the bat, 20 points for Michael, baby. 20 points off the bat. Wow, Jack. All right. Thank you so much. We appreciate the super chat, man. It really, really helps us out a lot. Much appreciated, bro. So we got 20 points already to Michael. We got Barb coming in also with $5 super chat saying, please put this towards Michael because Friday 13th Part 7 is one of the weaker in the franchise. Kills is strong and solid. Ooh, all right. Wow. So we are starting off quick. The champ
maybe last week wasn't an upset.
Right? Right?
He's been training.
He's been doing his Rocky work. He's been doing his Rocky work. What's up, Walt? Could you see him training like Rocky?
Oh he's stabbing somebody while drinking raw eggs at the same time.
That's right. That's right. For me, for posters, I also have to agree. I got to go with Kills because I just think that it has such it's so cool with the coloring. You know what I'm saying? And it's weird for me to say that because Michael's mask is white, and it's very cool as a white mask, coming out of the darkness and so forth. But this whole motif of the fire and it being orange and the burning of it, I mean, it just looks absolutely fantastic. It really does. So as much as I do enjoy the Jason poster, it's actually one of the posters I really think is very, very good in the franchise. I just think with Michael, he's front and center, and again, it has that simplicity, which I think really works. Whoever worked on the posters for the trilogy, this recent trilogy of movies, I think simplicity was a good thing. So I'm gonna go with Michael. All right. Next up, Eric, let's go to our next category, which is the tagline. The tagline, guys. Okay, so let's go through this real quick. For Jason, we've got on Friday the 13th, Jason is back, but this time someone's waiting. Okay. Ooh. And then for Halloween Kills, we've got Evil Dies Tonight.
Okay, and like I always said, it's what's going to get me to see the movie, what's going to pump me up. Friday the 13th does that, and here's why.
Okay.
It has nothing to do with everyone always jumping on Evil Dies Tonight. That's not a good tagline because we know this is the second of a trilogy. It doesn't work. Now, with the Friday the 13th one, that pumps me up because if I know nothing about the movie, who's waiting for Jason? This does kind of sound like the promotion of a fight, of a battle. So I'm going with New Blood.
All right. Kill, how about you?
I hate doing this. I hate wordy taglines. On Friday the 13th, the unicorn came down and it had sex with the bunny, but also had a roast beef sandwich and Jason killed someone. Like, no, it's too much. It's too much. Look, people can say they don't like, Evil Dies Tonight, and I get it. I don't have an issue with it because
me neither.
It if you didn't see the movie, it would make me curious. Is this, I'm sure it's going to be a trilogy, but does he die tonight? Does someone else take the mantle? What's going on? So I got to go with Evil Dies Tonight.
All right. Okay. Coriander, how about you?
I think I'm gonna go with Killian's version. No, obviously Jason.
Okay.
Because
Obviously, Jason.
it makes me curious because I've seen, if I hadn't seen, okay, let me make sure I say this right. All right, before I've seen 7, right, I've seen all the other 6 movies, so I know what Jason's about.
Right.
So I would be very curious as to, like Eric said, who's going to be waiting for him? Who's going to give Jason a run for his money? So yeah.
Okay. All right. Horror Cat Dad's in the chat. What's up, man? Good to see you. Saying, I'll take Zombie Jason versus female Professor X any day. All right. All right. Well, Jason's in need of some help so far, man. I'm telling you, people have been jumping in on Michael. For me, and what's up to Hale? For me, I think these taglines, there's pros and cons to both of them. You guys made some really good points. But I'm gonna go with Friday 13th myself because I think that it does have me more curious. You know what I'm saying? Someone's waiting. Well, who wants to wait for Jason? You know what I'm saying? It's like who's stupid enough to do it? So then it makes me think, oh well, it must be someone who must have something about them that's going to be some type of obstacle for Jason. So it just creates more curiosity for me. Where with the Evil Dies Tonight, although it sounds, and I'm not talking about in the movie, which I didn't have an issue with it in the movie either. Yes, they could have cut it maybe in half, but it is what it is. But the wording itself, it is pretty cool, but it's kind of like, oh, well, look now, we know Michael is not going to be dying, right? So it just it doesn't intrigue me as much as the Jason tagline. So that's why I'm going with Jason on that. Okay. All right. Let's go to our next category. Eric, we're going to go to the opening, which is the first couple minutes. It could be up to 15 minutes or what have you. So, and hey, Denisha, how's it going? All right. What are your thoughts on it?
See, yeah, I was kind of dogging Friday the 13th 3 last week because a lot of it was just flashbacks. However, this opening, I'm not giving my answer yet, but this opening for Friday 7 is the best use of flashbacks ever. With that narration, kind of telling the legend of Jason. That's good. But I'm going to pull a night. That being said, I'm going with Halloween Kills. And here's why. I like the flashback, but new footage of what happened after 78. I pointed to my TV and said, holy shit. You know what I mean? When they had Loomis back on screen, that was really, really, really cool. The mask still looked like 78. It had that feeling. And then, of course, the opening credits with the pumpkins and the fire. I got to go Halloween Kills.
Okay. All right. Kill, how about you?
Man, me and Eric are like syncing up here. I love the voiceover work in Friday 7, but to remake the ending of the first Halloween movie to put a CG Loomis in there with someone doing their best Loomis impersonation. It's not quite him, but
Right.
it's damn good. And to have certain scenes sync up with the actual audio of what was going on in the original movie. I thought it was perfect, and just like Eric said, being able to see things from other viewpoints of what was going on was masterful. So yeah, I have to go with Halloween on this one.
All right, Coriander, how about you?
You know, this.
First sigh of the night.
Here we go.
Yeah, well, so far I have not, chosen Jason, and it sucks because I really love, this movie. And oh man, so obviously I have to go with Halloween, which kills me.
Okay.
It kills me. But
It
yeah.
kills
Okay.
you.
Yes, it does.
Yeah.
Hey, Jerry. Jerry's in the chat too. Good to see you. Hope you're doing well. And James, Gabrielle is saying it was great to see Dr. Loomis again in Kills. Not gonna lie, absolutely, they did such a great job, and they used prosthetics. That was prosthetics. And Tom Jones Jr. He has a strong resemblance to Donald Pleasance, so it's just absolutely crazy, man. But for me, this was look, man, obviously I'm going to go with Kills because that recreation was just unfreaking believable. And then it just leads into the opening credits. But, I will say, Jason's is really good. Friday 7 is really, there's a legend around here. It's like, man, probably
Yeah.
against almost anything else, Friday would have won this.
Right.
But
yes.
But you're talking
absolutely.
about a really strong opening of Kill. So I agree with everything you guys said. I agree with Coriander as well. I love Friday's opening. When we rewatched it, I was like, yeah, they there's a legend going around. They do a little flashback. I'm like, yes. But Kills, man, come on. You know what I
And
mean? It's just,
I've read that's actually Walt Gorney, Crazy Ralph, doing the narration, but that's his actual his actual voice. He wasn't going over the top like he was in 1 and 2.
right.
Yep.
Yes,
Nice.
exactly. Yeah, shout out to Walt Gorney, man. All right, so let's go to our next category. This is crazy, man. The music. Now, what we're going to do, and these guys have faced each other every so many times, it's crazy. So we're talking about the music from Friday the 13th Part 7. We're talking about the music from Kills that does not include the Halloween theme or any variation of it. Okay? So let me say that again. This is Friday the 13th music versus the Halloween music that does not include any variation whatsoever, even if it's just like 3 piano notes, no variation whatsoever of the original Halloween theme music. Okay. All right. So, Eric, what do we got?
Oh, that's tough.
Yeah, boy.
I'm still going to go with Kills, and here's why. We've listened to a lot of soundtracks. This is what, episode 18, 19, something like that.
Yeah.
Some of the best score I've heard was Kills during this scene. Again, I'm awful with names with the David Gordon Green trilogy. Laurie's daughter.
Karen.
When Karen stabs him with the pitchfork, that whole scene where he's confronting Allison and he's going to stab her with the knife, and then he gets that score is fantastic. Like I said, this is the second time I watched this film. I had a smile on my face, and it fit the intensity of the scene. And then her walking out and holding the mask. I got to go with Kills. That was so good.
This is great hearing Eric say this type of stuff about Michael. This is like a coming out party. I love
No
it.
lying in here.
There's no lying. There's never
man.
been any lying. Okay, Killian, how about you, man?
Even though you tried to throw a curveball at us and take certain themes out, Halloween still wins because I know exactly that score, that part of the score you're talking about, Eric. It still fits the mood. And if anything, the music in Kills is my favorite of the trilogy.
Mhm.
Yes.
When the town folk are mobilizing, you
Mhm.
feel the heaviness of the score, you feel the intensity, you feel the fear, the anger. And it's
Mhm.
just something about the way that the score for Halloween movies are done that
Mhm.
just it always edges out almost everything. So I still
Mm.
got to go with Halloween.
All right. Okay. Coriander, how about you?
So this time I am going with Jason. I
Okay.
loved seeing Kane, moving to this music. If
Mm.
anything, it just made like the scene with the chick who was, who lost her earring out in the woods and she goes in the
Yeah, Maddie.
barn.
Mhm.
Yes. I mean, that's an awesome scene where, with the music and
Mhm.
it's just, I'm sorry, but yeah, I gotta go with Jason on this one. So yeah, man.
All right. Okay. Um for me, I mean, yeah, this has to go to Halloween, man. It's just too many.
Boo.
The mob scene itself. Listen, the mob scene alone,
Yes.
and obviously you guys know what I do. I mean, it's in the in the intro of this. It's just such good music, man. And it's a different type of situation with music, which it is what it is. I mean, we're going movie versus movie, so that's just how it goes. But the music in Halloween, it varies in what it's trying to accomplish with the intensity and the mood and so forth. Whereas Friday the 13th music is very good. It's one of the stronger franchises for music that creates an atmosphere, but it is more of a one-dimensional atmosphere that it creates, and that's not necessarily a bad thing because it's really good at what it does. But because Halloween is so varied, like you said, Eric, the scene where Karen stabs him with the pitchfork, with the music in the mob scene, the music in the beginning when he's coming out of the house, a lot of it is just ambient sound, but a little bit of music underneath of it. It's just crazy, man. So I got to go with Halloween on this one. All right. Real quick in the chat, just to catch up to these guys, James was saying Friday 7's music is underrated. Yeah,
It is.
I can agree. It is. It's very good. It's
Mm-hmm.
very, very good. Ronan's going with Kills. Jack, I'll check my emails, man. Melissa was saying there was not as much. There was barely music in 7. All right. Happy's in the chat. Hey, welcome back. Good to see you. Long time no see. Had some just got back from H45. Much love, everyone. Well, thank you so much. We appreciate it. Hope you had fun. Looked like it was an amazing event for Halloween 45th anniversary. Dominic's in the chat saying, I love when Corey Cunningham makes Michael Myers water boys butt cheeks. Yeah. He did get the best of them. He did. He really, really did. James saying, I feel some people don't like the main character in New Blood, but I love the atmosphere. Yeah, it is some really good atmosphere. It really, really is. All right, so let's go to our next category. We're going to go into story, and what we're going to do with story is we want to pretty much look at both of these movies, and we want to look beyond the surface and thinking about how the story took swings, because both of these movies did something a bit different. So which story do you think took the bigger swing?
Oh, this one's easy for me. I'm going Jason this time. I'm going Jason. And why is it? We someone made mention. It's like Jean Grey versus Jason, or someone said female Professor X. That's what makes that movie fun for me. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It's we've already had zombie Jason, so why not have someone telekinesis fight him? It
Mm-hmm.
opens up so many more possibilities for the final
Mm-hmm.
confrontation and just the fun factor. So
Right.
hands down, gotta go New Blood.
Okay. All right. Kill, how about you?
This is tough. Because I feel, Friday, yes, we go supernatural. We have a protagonist that has, mental abilities, but
Mm-hmm.
on Halloween's side, we essentially have a character that's the town. The town and
Yeah.
pitchforks and torches trying to get, Frankenstein's monster.
Mm-hmm. I like that.
And you know, one side is looked at in a better light than the other.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go with kills, mainly because
Ooh.
your main protagonist that we follow is sidelined the whole movie,
Mm-hmm.
and the town literally becomes our protagonist that we're following for the most part.
Mm-hmm.
Like it or hate it, and a lot of people are split on it. I used to be
Mhm.
split on it. But I think it was a brave, bold move that may or may not have succeeded. So I got to go with Halloween on this one.
All right. How about you, Coriander?
I mean, Friday 7 is one of my favorite Fridays. I love how Tina just kicks his ass. I mean, literally,
Mm-hmm.
those scenes you were showing, him
Mm-hmm.
getting electrocuted, getting thrown downstairs. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I just love it because well, I'm trying to think, when is there another time where, he gets his ass kicked? Yeah, and Jason X, I guess, right, by KM, but I'm just
Mm-hmm.
saying that this was the first one where we actually saw, you know, Jason getting his ass kicked, and I
Mhm.
loved
Mm-hmm.
it. And he looked so fucking tough and rough and so good. And you had this little blonde Tina, throwing him around like, it was awesome. So yeah, I
Okay.
got to go with this one.
Okay. For me, I'm gonna have to go with Friday as well because I think, when you think about what to do for a story, now of course, this doesn't take into the account that they really were wanting to do, Freddy versus Jason at this point, but didn't
Right.
have the rights, because of New Line Cinema. But to go down this road and really tap into a lot more of the supernatural, which had started in 6, it truly did create a really interesting path for the franchise, and it could have backfired really easily. I mean, seriously, and we joke about it because we say, well, it's Jason versus Carrie or Jason versus Jean Grey or
Mhm.
Jason versus Professor X, but it worked, as a kid, for me anyways, it worked. As an adult, it works, because they had kind of already set up some stuff in 6. So to take this swing with a major horror icon and have the story actually work out, I think is a huge accomplishment. So yeah, I got to go with Friday on this one. All right. Real quick too in the chat. Gina's in the chat. Hey, Gina, saying I love both films for music, so I refuse to choose. Well, we can't refuse, but saying I'm allowed. It's my birthday in less than 24 hours. Oh, hey, well,
Happy
happy
birthday.
birthday!
Nice. Yeah.
All
Happy
right.
birthday.
Very, very cool. I hope you enjoy it. Seriously.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Very, very cool. I guess you can refuse because it's your birthday.
We'll allow
We'll
it.
allow that. We'll allow that. Um, Friday saying New Blood, Bad News Cruise is the real villain. There you go.
Yeah.
There
Yeah.
you go. Very, very cool. All right, guys. On Barb saying I have a hard time with the Kane Hodder films of the franchise so far. The only one of his I really like was Jason X, and I was surprised I enjoyed it that much because it's gotten such poor reviews. Yeah, Jason X has definitely gotten a cult following
Mhm.
over the last several years since it had come out. I think, well, all of these movies usually get judged pretty harshly, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? But if you're a
Mhm.
horror fan, it's definitely some stuff you can enjoy, seriously. Okay, guys, let's go to our next category. We're going to go to the supporting characters. Supporting characters. So that obviously does not include Michael or Jason. It does not include Tina, and it doesn't include Karen. Okay.
Okay. Doesn't
For
include Karen.
everybody else. All right. What do you think, Eric?
Okay. See, that's tough because I actually really liked Karen and I thought she was going to be in this. But here's the thing: the the characters in New Blood serve their purpose. You know what I mean? Cruz is a good villain. Melissa is a great, bitch character. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
She doesn't overdo it. And some of the other characters are likable. I just
Mm-hmm.
like the characters in Kills more. Even though we can't talk about Karen, I really liked Allison this time. That scene where she's mourning her father in the car. is really good. And then
Yeah.
when she, I hate to say it, she grows a set at the end and she's challenging Michael. That's great. I love Big John and Little John. A lot of people hate them. I have fun with those two guys. You know what I mean? I
Yeah.
really do. I
Yeah.
love the couple, the man, the woman who Michael kills. He kills her with the fluorescent light tube. I love the way they're playing with the drone and stuff like that. I liked Lonnie a lot. You know what I mean? I
Mhm.
really liked Lindsay. I didn't think I would like Lindsay. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I gotta go with kills.
All right. Okay. Killian, how about you, man?
This is not fair. And I'm gonna tell you why it's not fair. You have a whole town of characters that, like Eric says, you kind of get to like them. Whereas
Yeah.
on Friday the 13th, they're kind of, I'm the bitch. I'm the crazy doctor who's evil. I'm the mother. With that being said, this is my first easy street of the night. So I gotta go with Halloween Kills. All of the characters, the sheriff. We follow the sheriff. We learn
Mhm.
more about his backstory and how he didn't pull the trigger, or he pulled it and shot the wrong person.
Yeah.
And how he's carried that all these years. We didn't know that, but
That's
we know
right.
it now.
Yeah, that I always forget Hawkins, but he's great. The only character, honestly, I didn't really like Tommy Doyle. And that's just a
Mhm.
preference because I wasn't a fan
Yep.
of Anthony Michael Hall, but can't deny
Mhm.
it.
Yeah. All right. Coriander, how about you?
Yeah, well, obviously I gotta go with Halloween. Um, I enjoyed, yeah, uh, all those characters both you guys just described, and yeah, so there you go.
All right. Okay.
I'm just
Man is
picturing
in the
her looking at the ground when she's saying this, shaking her head. It
right.
kills her.
Yeah. Mayan's in the chat and she's
Hey,
trying her
man.
best to rally the troops saying Friday with a bunch of exclamation points. Well, May, I'm just gonna tell you, Jason's gonna
Ooh.
need some help so far. Like seriously. So you
Ooh.
gotta rally the troops. Yes, yes. For me, supporting characters, this is easy as well because you just have little and this is the thing. Yes, you have a lot of supporting characters for Halloween ends, but I'm not looking at it like that for my
Mhm.
vote. My vote is what they're doing with the characters. And you made a great point, Eric, about even little things like Allison, when she's in the car with Lonnie and Cameron, and Lonnie's talking about a memory of her dad. And the camera just kind of, and it's not like cheesy, it doesn't like zoom
Yeah.
in on her, but it's just kind of like
Very
starts
slow.
to kind of close in on her a little bit.
Hmm.
And Andy Matichak, again, these guys did a hell of a job in this movie that don't get the credit I think they deserve. This is a slasher horror movie in a 45-year-old franchise. And what Andy did in that little moment is just a quick, like 2 seconds, where you could tell she's reflecting and thinking about her dad. And it makes you really sad. And I wasn't a big fan of Ray from 2018, her father,
Right.
but in this moment, I felt bad for him and realized the weight of what's
Hmm.
going on. Same thing in the hospital with Judy Greer when they in the beginning of the movie when they're first in the hospital and she goes into that room, closes the door, and she's crying and it's muted. You don't hear anything, but you see her crying and they show her washing her hands and as she's washing the blood around her wedding ring. So
Hmm.
basically, you get what I'm saying, and they're not
Yeah.
treating us like we're stupid. We know what's going on without anyone saying anything. She's grieving the death of her husband. Fantastic little character moments, and that doesn't even include the dialogue between Jamie Lee Curtis and Will Patton in the hospital room, which was absolutely some fantastic character moments. So it's gotta
Mhm.
go to Halloween. It's not even close. So real quick too, hey, we got Steven in the chat. What's up, man?
Hey,
Good to
Steven.
see you.
Hey.
Saying, hey guys, had to jump in and give you my answer for all categories in this battle. Halloween Kills, 1/4 of the Lethal Collective has spoken. This is the way. You're all right, man. Kills is definitely way ahead, man. It's crazy.
Oh.
May, thank you so much. Putting the link in for Eric's channel. And as
Thank you.
always, if you haven't subscribed to Eric's channel, make sure you do that. The link is in the description as well. All right.
Appreciate it.
Smith's Grove saying both are fairly weak, but Kills edges it out in characters. Really weak.
Hmm.
Okay. Wow. Okay. Um, Makeup Mama's in the chat. What's going on? Say hi, everyone. Welcome, welcome. Hope you're doing
Oh.
well. We're having some fun here. And by the way, if you guys have not hit the like button, please do. And May, if you could remind folks on that and let us know how many we do have, that would be great. Barb saying Jason needs votes. So far, this has been a landslide. That's right, guys. If you guys want to help out Jason, you definitely can. There's no doubt about that.
That Rocky workout's working, man.
Jason is getting his ass whooped right now. This is like the beginning of a Rocky movie.
Guys, come on.
I must break
Drago
you.
is punching Jason in the face as we speak.
Look, Jason finally, Michael finally talks and he's like, you will lose.
Yeah. If he dies, he dies.
Boo. Must break you. Shout out to Dolph Lundgren.
Yeah.
Oh my God. All right. Next up, man, let's talk about the atmosphere of the film. Okay. So we want to talk about the atmosphere. Which movie had the better consistent atmosphere? Was it Halloween Kills or was it Friday 13th Part 7, Eric?
Well, I'm going to say Apollo Creed ain't going down, without a fight. We're going with Jason this time. And again, there's just something about like Halloween Kills. It's creepy, it's scary. There, the mob makes you all frustrated and angry, but there's just something about being in the woods alone or just with someone. And a lot of the times I love when there's no music and you just hear the animals in the background or the walking on the leaves and, the crunching of twigs because he's out there. And that just helps a movie be more creepy to me. So gotta go with Jason. Sorry, Drago.
Sorry, Drago. Yeah, love it. Gil, how about you?
I agree with everything Eric said. I love the summer camp. I love the lake. And it's a constant. Crystal Lake is an actual character and it never breaks. It's always there and it's always creepy because he's lingering. This is the easy street. I gotta go Friday the 13th.
All right. Coriander, how about you?
Yeah, obviously Friday. He's out there with the friggin' circular saw. Come on.
Right?
No.
And it's gassed and everything.
That's right.
Yeah.
Right?
It's just, I think that's why this is like one of my favorite franchises. It's just because you're out in the wilderness and most of the time, you're either with your friends or a loved one or you're on your own. So it's great.
All right. Real quick too, we've got Dude in the chat. Welcome. Saying better atmosphere is in Friday 7. Yeah. All right. Ronan said Jason needs to take a walk back to Crystal Lake and rethink his approach. Approach. I love that. Oh, that was good. For me, I have to agree with you guys. I think that when you think of atmosphere, the Friday films, the best Friday films, and there's several of them. I think you have to. It's a strong suit for those movies. It really is because the music, bested probably only by Halloween in general. It has great music that sets the mood. You're in the woods, usually some pretty good camera work, but also like Kill said, Crystal Lake is a character. Crystal Lake is a part of that energy. So it's really difficult to beat Jason as far as atmosphere is concerned. And although Halloween Kills has good atmosphere, and it's either to its credit in this category or not, it seems as though it's not, because it has different layers. You know what I mean? You do have those scenes where it's a light or lighter mood as far as, people talking in a different setting rather than outside in the mix with Michael at night. You know what I'm saying? But with Friday the 13th Part 7, even during the day, there's this creepy atmosphere that's going on, at Crystal Lake. So this has to go to Friday the 13th for me. All right, real quick too, in the chat, Ronan is holding strong though, man. He is saying atmosphere is kills. Yes. Dude saying good point, Eric. Absolutely. May is trying. She's got the Jason emojis in the live chat. Yeah, May, you're trying. D is saying Friday 13th for the atmosphere. Friday is saying yes New Blood has better atmosphere and consistent tone. I definitely agree with that. Gabriella saying Jason's array of weapons in Friday 7 is just crazy.
Yes.
He had a tool shed.
He
Mm-hmm.
really
He had
did.
a tool shed and he used it. He used it, man. There was no doubt at all about the fact that he used what was around him. And we've got Dude saying New Blood is also the scarier film. The fight fire scene from Kills is amazing. JJC is my favorite Myers, but other than that, New Blood will edge it out. That's a good point. That's a good point. I
Mhm.
mean, both movies, you know, that's the thing about these films is that both movies have a lot of really, really cool stuff. So,
Mhm.
all right.
Yeah.
So let's go to our next category, Eric.
Okay.
And it is flashback. So the question is, which flashback scene, because both movies had flashback scenes, which flashback scene touches the more emotional aspect better? Is it Halloween Kills or is it Friday the 13th Part 7, The New Blood?
Again, I kind of said it earlier with the opening sequence. You know, flashback goes to Kills. I like the opening sequence to 7, and I do like how Tina accidentally causing her father's death sets up a lot of stuff. You know, the grief, the anger, which helps her use her power. But again, whether it's, you know, even though it's not Donald Pleasant, seeing Loomis on screen again, that kind of tugged at you a little bit. But again, we got to see, you know, what happened with Michael. You know, he's just going home, and you have, you know, stuff with Lonnie. You have all these cops here. You have Michael almost getting executed. You know, and we might not have had this trilogy type of thing. You know, air quotes. I think the flashback in Kills was just used a lot better. Even if you take Loomis out of it, I think it was done a lot better.
A lot better emotionally speaking.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
It just brought me back to the original movie.
Yes. Yep. I agree. It definitely takes you back to 78. Kill, how about you? Which flashback do you think did a better job at being more emotional?
See, see, this is tough for me because if 7 didn't have the voiceover work, you know,
Well,
telling the tale
I'm
of
talking about
that
just
flashback.
not the flashback of the movies, the previous movies, but the flashback of Tina.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, then
So let me just say it again because I know people in the live chat they're saying one thing. Which flashback, which is the Tina flashback as a little child, and obviously the 78
Okay.
flashback of Halloween, not which one is better, which one is more emotional. Okay. That's the question.
I'm gonna have to go with Halloween on this one. Just, you know, sort of like I said for the last one, just simply seeing Loomis again, seeing, like, you know, all of those things reenacted or like syncing up perfectly with the original. Yeah, a lot of work was put into that one. I gotta go with Halloween.
Okay. All right. How about you, Coriander?
I'm going to go with Jason on this one because Tina, as a little girl, accidentally killed her dad. I
Right?
mean, that's going to scar this kid for like ever, you know, and obviously as a teen, young adult, she's still affected by this shit. So I am, yeah, man. You know, I love Loomis. Don't get me wrong, but no.
But the sheriff shooting his buddy.
Hey, you know, dude,
That's gonna stick with him.
this little girl accidentally killed her father, guys. No, Jason.
All right. Okay. Friday saying for emotion, definitely New Blood. It sets up the whole story and sees its impact on Tina the whole way. Oh, good
Yeah.
point. Good point. MK in the chat. Welcome. By the way, if you guys have not hit the like button, please hit the like button. It helps to support us. We have a lot of people that have jumped in, and just make sure you hit the like button to help us out. Saying Kills is both emotional and better. Okay. All right. Well, to me, this was an easy street one. It's got to be Friday 13th. You got a little girl that sees her father die. Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I love Loomis. Probably no one on this panel loves Loomis more than me. I can honestly say that. And it was great seeing him and Kill. You know how it is. We talked about this, and even in the theater, Coriander, when he came on screen, I geeked out. If you remember, I was like, "Oh my god!" And I thought for a moment, for a quick second, was it Donald, like a deleted scene or something? So there's definitely emotion to that, but in the context of the story, and not so much just geeking out on the character, it's gotta be Friday 13th. You got a mother that's being abused, the daughter is upset, she uses her power, kills her father, starts crying. I mean, it's gotta go to that, man.
Those are good points, but let me just elaborate on mine a little bit more. Not like I said, even if you take Loomis out, Keel said something really good. Hawkins shot his partner, but Hawkins also stopped the execution of Michael. So he's got all that guilt from 78, and everyone who's died since then, he's feeling the blame of that. So there's my justification.
Yeah, no, good point. Good point.
But it's a little girl.
No, I get it. I get
But
it.
it's a whole town of people that died.
Yeah, no, I'm sorry. No.
I love it. Okay, we're gonna go to our next category. The scarier threat. The scarier threat. And Eric, we're basically obviously talking about Jason and Michael in their habitats. Obviously, if you were at Crystal Lake during this rampage, or if you were in Haddonfield in a certain radius, area of Michael, who's the scarier threat?
I like how you now have to preface this that we're in those areas now with like a lot of our excuses. But this one's easy street. We're going with these two movies. I'm going with New Blood, and here's why: the tool shed. Jason can use anything. Now, granted, Michael gets creative here too, but here's the kicker: Jason is leaping through windows. Michael is slow and steady, and he might punch through a door or window and grab you and slam against the wall. But Jason is literally leaping through windows to get to Tina. You don't know where he's coming from, so gotta go Jason.
Yes. All right. How about you, Gil?
Look, scarier threat in this particular one is Jason Voorhees. He killed a woman in a sleeping bag. He grabs a circular saw that is fully gassed up. Okay, he made sure. I've grabbed tools that this doesn't have gas. He made sure it was gassed up in case he needed it. He, like Eric said, he had the whole tool shed, and he's ready to go to the tool shed. Jason Voorhees.
Okay. All right. Coriander, how about you?
I have to go with my man Jason. I mean, you could physically see him getting pissed off at Tina and what she was doing to him. And Michael, he's just, standing there walking, maybe just standing there. So, yeah,
He's zen.
I
He's
totally,
very zen.
exactly. I loved seeing Jason getting pissed off. I loved it. And Kane did so good using his body and just the way he did everything to just oomph it up. It was great.
Oh yeah. When he grabs that cord around his neck and he just rips it off and throws it on the ground, those two are screwed.
And when he moves his jaw, that was something that John Carl Buechler told Kane to do, to kind of grind his jaw, just to give a little bit more physical character, and it really does.
He's pissed.
It's awesome.
Yeah. Real quick too. Val was saying in the chat, let me pull up Val. Scarier threat. She's going with the shape and kills. He is on a mission to get back to his home and will kill anyone who gets in his way. All right. True. James saying Jason, no question, was the scarier threat. And let's see. Ronan saying Michael scares me because it's an actual man who is out of his medulla oblongata. That's a real thing. Jason's a zombie from the lake. I've never seen a zombie.
You can't kill a zombie, man.
Right.
But you can kill the shape. We all saw him get ground up. So Hamburg.
Yeah. Well, you can't kill the boogeyman though. But look, okay, real quick.
He was killed.
Look. Okay, so
unless someone brings them back, he's dead.
Dude is saying New Blood is definitely Kane's best Jason film. All right. And Val saying, I do love kills, Barb. I do love kills. Yeah, you do. Let's see. Sir James coming in, $5
Oh, here he
super
is.
chat. Crispin Glover dance moves is the scariest threat. Jason for me. All right, man. So we're gonna
I'm
get
so glad that
we're
he's
gonna get
here, Sir James.
Jason
Thank
is
you.
Jason is
She's
way
gonna be
behind,
begging.
bro.
She's gonna be begging.
Oh
Yeah.
my God,
Just
man.
just another horror fan in the chat saying think Jason would have been even more scary if the MPAA didn't mess with it. That's a very good point. The MPAA really crippled part 7,
But
which
can
was
I
too
just
bad.
say, right,
Yeah.
when you had Texas Chainsaw, that didn't have
Mhm.
much blood and gore.
Right.
I mean,
Yeah.
so if you look at it that way, use your imagination, it's still pretty good.
Oh,
I mean,
absolutely. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
that's all I have to say.
Yeah. No doubt. Okay, our next category is going to be Eric. We're going to talk about the kills. Which kills were the more creative kills?
Okay, if you phrase it like that, more creative kills are going to New Blood.
Okay.
I love the kills in Kills. You know, I love the flirt. The light tube is one of my favorites that I've seen in a long time. When he stabs that woman,
Yes.
anytime you crush a head. But Jason is killing people with sleeping bags. Jason is drowning people. Jason is impaling people and snapping their necks. You know what I mean? Can I go on? You know, it's so creative, and it's if we're going like I said, more creative kills. There's no really a comparison. Got to go
All
Jason.
right.
Yeah.
Okay. And real quick, we got a couple people who've just jumped in. We got Sarah's in the chat saying, "Hey, friends, sorry I'm
Hey,
late."
Sarah.
Welcome, Sarah. Good to see you.
Hello.
Ty just jumped in saying, "Damn, I'm late." Hey, well, welcome. By the way, if you guys haven't, please hit the like button. It helps to support the channel. And
Yeah.
Val or May, if you could keep a track on that and let us know how that's going, that would be great. Hale saying, "It pains me, but Jason gets the kills vote." All right. Let's see. James was also saying New Blood. Definitely Sleeping Bag is my favorite kill in the franchise. Same thing with Hurricane Hodder. He said that's his favorite, man. D is also going with New Blood. All right.
Nice.
Thank you. And Val said we're at 53 likes. All right. That's right. Hopefully we
Nice.
keep on going. Okay. All right. So kill. Are we up to you for
Yeah.
kills? The most creative
Yeah.
kills? Okay, what do we got?
This is an easy street. I'm going with Jason with one of my favorite kills with the circular saw. Despite being hampered by the ratings bureau, like
Mhm.
Coriander was saying, he just pops out and has a circular saw and revs it up. You barely see him actually use it, but just the sheer fact, does he have a fucking circular saw and is about to kill me?
Yeah.
I'm sorry. The sleeping bag. Poor Melissa, the bitchy character. She opens the door. He puts an axe in her forehead and then takes her dead body and throws it at Peter.
Like a bowling ball down the lane.
That's some petty shit. He kills this beautiful young lady and then just, hey, there you go. That's Kane right there.
Right.
Jason, easily.
All right. And Mayanne is still rooting in the chat. She's just putting Friday.
God bless her.
She's all
That's
right,
right, girl.
Man. That's all right. Coriander, how about you? The creative kills.
Obviously, I'm gonna go with Jason. I mean, you guys can't forget, obviously, the kill with the doctor, right? When Jason has that, what is it, that weird blade, whatever the fuck he had there. And the doctor using mommy there as his shield. It's like, what a douche, But yeah,
that was a crazy scene.
Yeah, I love all, the kills and kills, they were good. I mean, we all know he's brutal. We all know, yeah, but I just got to go with my man on this one. So, yeah.
Okay. All right. For me, I got to agree with you guys. You guys all made good points. There's so much creativity in this movie. They really ramp up, the methods to which Jason is killing people, man, even using party favors and stuff like that. It's absolutely crazy what he's doing. So for me, this easily had to go to Friday 7, no doubt at all about it.
I actually think sometimes think the MPAA censoring it helps it because I think is his name Ben, the one who gets his head crushed.
Yeah.
I think just seeing that little bit is better than the over the top where he's squished. And I think, no pun intended, I think the one swing with the sleeping bag is more impactful than like the half a dozen we got. So
Yeah.
I think it's a double-edged sword. I think it helped.
Yeah, Kane said that too. With the sleeping bag kill, there was going to be like a bunch of gallons of blood in it. They were going to burst out. And he said he thought that the MPAA cut actually helped that kill. And I agree. I absolutely agree. Dre's in the chat. What's up, Dre? Good to see you. Saying, I'm so obsessed with Friday 7. Well, man, I'm going to tell you what. You might want to help Jason out because it is a little bit of a landslide going on here. I'm not gonna lie.
Come on.
I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, man.
Stop talking about
just what?
Let's stop talking about it.
Okay.
Let's
all right.
Keep going, man.
Next
you're adding salt to the wound, I think, with the more you talk about it.
I know.
It hurts.
Next category. Let's talk about the elements: fire versus water. When we talk about the scene where Jason is obviously under the lake and brought back by Tina, in the iconic shot of him coming out of the lake, versus Michael being stuck in the basement of Lori's compound in a burning building,
in an
not
oven.
even flinching, and then obviously coming out to meet, like, I think it was like 11 firefighters and absolutely kicking asses. Which scene do you think is the better scene, Eric?
Okay. I'm going Friday, and a lot of people might be shocked because the firefighter scene is great, but here's why. Sometimes I'm a sucker for less is more. It's the firefighter scene, it's a great action scene. It's blood and guts, but here it is. Tina wanting to bring her dad back. When Jason wakes up and Kane just kind of turns his head, and he sharply turns his head, the bubbles and everything, and then he floats up. When he slowly walks out of that water, and John Carl Buechler, the front, and when he's just coming out and you just see the spine and everything, that's one of the best entrances in a horror movie I've ever seen. You know what I mean? You can count on your hands, how many entrances in a horror movie are as good as that. And there's not, air quotes when I say this, there's not much to it, but man, it's so good.
Okay. All right. Kill, how about you?
This is tough because I agree with Eric. I love that Jason intro, but I would have loved it more if the intro he had in 6 wasn't better, with the thunderbolt and him waking up and then putting the mask on and turning around with the spear in his hand.
Oh, come on, but we're talking about this one.
But let me
that's true.
But I love this, but that holds that back for me in comparison to Michael sitting in fire, looking up at like he's Mr. Happy, and then just saying, take my hand. Just take my hand.
Take my strong hand.
And then he gets out of it and comes out of your home like it's his home and you're on his lawn.
Yes.
And he takes out 11 good men and women like they are nothing. Nothing. I gotta go with fire on this one.
You reminded me of that scene in The Matrix where your boy Cypher is talking to Hugo Weaving, and he's like, I don't want to remember nothing.
And I want to be rich.
Someone important. All right. Coriander, how about you?
Shit. Well,
there's no lying here, Coriander.
I know there isn't, but I do have to say, oh, God.
Come on, man. We're against the clock, Eric.
I know. Why don't you go? Let me think a little more.
What? Really?
Yes.
Okay, let me real quick in the chat. And man, by the way, man, thank you so much. I appreciate that. Saying, by the way, Knight has a few cool shorts about the actual kills that were X'd out of the Friday 13 movies. Check them out. That's very true. I've got a bunch of shorts on both franchises. So thank you so much, May. And let me just catch up to the rest of these guys. Val was saying that the kills in Friday were creative. Were in kills. The kills were just brutal. Good point. Good point. Let's see. Barb said the panel seriously avoided the chat and didn't also talk of Cameron's kill. What in the what? Now, Cameron's kill was brutal. It really was. But hold on, Barb. You never know what categories we have next. You never know. Just let me just say that.
All right, I'm ready if you're ready.
Okay, what do you got?
Uh-oh.
All right, so I do love, Jason's scene, and you all know if there were friggin' 13 cops and 20 firefighters there, that fucking Jason would take them out too. But unfortunately, there wasn't. Yeah. So yeah, I'm gonna have to give it to Halloween.
Okay, all right.
It hurt, didn't it?
It did hurt. Real quick, in the chat, Barb is coming in with $5 super chat saying, I feel there's a conspiracy on the panel for Jason to win, so I'm putting my foot down with some cash. Take my
Good
money.
For you.
5 point now. Okay, so that's 5 points for Michael. I'm assuming, Barb. So correct me if I'm wrong. Reading it that way, I'm thinking it's for Michael. But thank you so much. We appreciate it. But make sure you correct me on that if I'm wrong. Well, just let me know either way. Sarah also coming in with a $5 super chat saying, Michael standing in the burning doorway, Halligan in hand, the score kicks in, and I get goosebumps. Yes. All right. So we got 5 points to Michael. Wow. It is wow. Michael
sucks, man.
Michael has the team behind him. Okay, so for me, these are both great scenes. That's why they were the first parts of the intro. I think they're both iconic, and they have some differences in what's going on. I do agree with Eric that the whole idea of Jason coming out of the water and just how it happened, there was a really cool factor in that, and it's interesting because these icons are stuck in two different elements. But look, guys. Look.
Yeah.
And I've said this, so you guys should already know. And Creator, you know what's up. You agree with me. I don't know if there's ever been a cooler moment for a horror icon than Michael walking out of that burning building, and he is strolling. He's not running. Fire is all around him. He isn't even batting an eye, and it's just so cool the way it happens. The look on the firefighter's face added to it. The way James Jude Courtney, of course, we were so lucky to have him on here interviewing him. The way he approached that scene and just the spiritual energy, you could see it in the scene. It is such a cool scene from Michael emerging from literal fire. I mean, his mask is burning.
Okay, we get it. We get it.
And he's just
you're turning that knife. You know what I mean?
It's a cool scene. Through the tulips.
It is.
That's what he is doing. So, all right, it's got to go to Michael on that one. But I do love that scene in Friday. It's a great one, and Kane was amazing. Okay, Val's coming in also with a $5 super chat. She just has fire emojis. You guys are too funny. We got code going on here.
It looks like Knight. It looks like Barb says Michael. Yes. So
okay, thank you. Chat. I appreciate that because I was just about to search for it. Thank you very much. Okay, let's go to our next category. Ass whooping. Okay, and we're talking about ass whooping. Which one of these icons took the most punishment? Because both of them, holy crap, right? So you got to think a lot about this, man, because I think to me, it's a pretty difficult category.
Dude, is it though?
Not? Of course it is.
Yeah, it is.
I don't know about that. You got one chick with powers that, well.
And what happened at the end?
Okay, this is pretty easy. Yeah, okay, this is easy. Good for you. I just had to think about that a second.
I don't know if it's easy. Okay, let's let Eric answer first.
Hold on, let me reiterate it just to make sure it's which character, Jason or Michael, took the bigger ass whooping.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I'm gonna go Jason, and here's why. Mob scene notwithstanding, okay, He's falling through stairs. He's getting strangled. Part
Mhm.
of a house falls on him. He's electrocuted. He's set on fire. And then he's inside a house when it explodes.
Mhm.
That's what I think. That is more. Being inside a house that explodes is more than just getting the shit kicked out of you with some baseball bats and an iron and whatever else you can find on your counter. So I gotta go with Jason just for the house explosion alone.
Okay. All right. All right. Kill, how about you?
I'm gonna have to agree with Eric. Just on the sheer amount of things that happened to Jason in a short period of time. Electrocuted, his mask being squeezed on his head so hard that
Yeah.
it pops off. It's a lot that happens. Although, that mob was whooping that ass on
Yeah,
Michael.
bro. Michael got shot 7 times,
Yeah, he
stabbed in
got
the
it
base of
7
the skull.
times. Yeah, but it's still, when you add up everything that Jason went through, even
Yeah.
though it happened at a short amount of time, evil leaves trying to evil branches trying to molest them, getting electrocuted, all of that stuff.
The evil
Yeah,
dead
man.
branches.
It's a lot. So yeah, I got to go with Friday on this one.
All right. Okay. Coriander, how about you?
Yeah, obviously I agree with these two guys. So there you go.
All right. Okay. For me, this is challenging though, man, because I mean, when you think about it, yes, Jason got electrocuted. I think that's kind of par for the course. He did fall through the steps, which was really effed up. He got the nails thrown him. That wasn't too bad. He can handle that. But the
Hung.
explosion, to me, it's really about the explosion
Mhm.
Yeah.
versus and he's a zombie, so it is what it is. But versus Michael, who's a man who gets shot 7 times, stabbed in the base of the skull with his knife, stabbed with the pitchfork in his back, hit in the face with a bag of bricks 3 times. I mean, he went through a hell of a lot too, but it's got to go to Jason.
Yeah.
It's got to go to Jason because that explosion was like
Yeah.
Apocalypse Now.
Yeah, they blew
Like
up a
if
That
house.
Michael
explosion was.
To stop him.
survived, if that house exploded and Michael still walked out and
Yeah,
kicked all those firefighters' ass, then
yeah,
it would be like, what?
Mhm.
But
yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yep. Strange Monkeys in the chat. What's
Monkey.
up, man? What's up, man? All right. Friday saying Jason got burned up, crushed by a roof, his head crushed. Still goop was coming out.
Yeah.
That's true too. Good point about the mask when it was crushing his skull, man. CJ's in the chat too. What's going on? Saying, am I too late? No, we are right in
No.
the mix of things. We are in the mix. And by the way, if you haven't hit the like button, please do. Please do. We appreciate it and it helps out the channel. Ty saying, I forgot about how much Jason went
Yeah.
through. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Ronan said, Jason, respect your elders. Without Michael, you wouldn't exist. Ooh, all right.
You
There
can
you
respect
go.
an elder, but still beat him in a fight.
That's
You
true.
know?
That's true. It's true. These youngsters, sometimes, man, sometimes. Okay, next category. We're going to what is the best scene from either movie? The absolute best scene from either movie. Eric, what do we got?
Okay, I always go first thing that pops in my head. We're going with the firefighter scene. You know what I mean? I might not have picked it for fire versus water, but that
Mhm.
scene is epic in so many ways. Whether it's the kills, whether it's just Michael standing there in slow motion with the burning building behind him, it looks awesome. It's fist pumping. It's not overly long or overly gratuitous, but you have just like the right amount of violence. And
Mhm.
we talked about James Ducournau. He didn't break a sweat doing that. And then the
Mhm.
fact that I found out he did all that to be like Michael. He wore an eye patch to pretend like he's half blind when he did all that stunt work. So that's
Mhm.
it. It's going Halloween Kills. Sorry,
All right.
Coriander.
Kill, how about you?
Yeah.
I'm like Eric. I kind of got to go with the first thing that pops in my mind, and the first thing that pops in my mind for no other reason other than they just happen to be in his way. That first scene where he goes to the older couple in their house and is just kind of lingering in the darkness.
Yeah.
And they were just living their best life, playing drone. The husband was trying to entice her to go do something naughty. It's Halloween, baby. Let's and he's just in there being Mr. Happy and like, oh hey, and then testing the knives out in the husband's back.
Yep.
And just walking up to the woman with the broken fluorescent light and just slowly just walking into her, just stabbing her in the neck, just nice and slow. It's like, damn, that couple didn't do anything to you. They're in their house, not Michael's house.
Right. All right. How about you, Coriander?
Yeah, well, obviously, like Eric, I love the firefighter scene. I love that whole when he comes out, all of it. So there you go.
All right. For me, and the firefighter scene is a huge scene, but Kill, I was definitely thinking of the same one with him testing out the knives. I did a video on it, man, and it was so fun talking about it because I think there's a lot of stuff going on. One, he goes to Sandra and Phil's house to bandage his hand. He's got a fresh bandage because he went there in the bathroom and bandaged his hand, which was damaged at the end of 18, right? So who knows what he would have done if they didn't find him in the bathroom. But man, he goes all out on these two. And when he's stabbing Phil, part of me is thinking, is he testing out his good arm? Because that's the other thing too. Michael is basically one-armed. Every time he does something, it's with his good arm, and the other arm is just kind of there for barely leverage. You know what I'm saying? So he's testing knives, he's testing the arm, and then the way the camera works from Sandra's point of view, she can't do nothing.
Right.
She can't do nothing. And Michael is blurred. And when he's stabbing, and again, this is a huge difference. And we just, we're doing Halloween Fest too. And we've been going through the Rob Zombie films. This is a difference where I really dig it because as he's stabbing Phil, it sounds absolutely vicious and intense, but there's no grunting at all. And you're just thinking, wow, who is this guy? Where is he at? I'm scared to know. You know what I mean? So I got to go with that scene. It's absolutely fantastic. So yeah. Ronan, seeing Michael play with people like decorations was cool. Right? Yeah. Joker's in the chat. Also a fan of the stabbing scene with Phil. Absolutely. It's a great one. The cruelty of the scene. Absolutely. Jason Dyer's in the chat. All right.
Hey, Jason.
Good to see you. Saying the firefighter scene was so WWE. One by one, they attack him. Either they would have attacked them all at once or took off. I know I'm in the minority, but I thought it was lame. Ooh, kind of lame. Wow. Okay. There you go. So let's go to our next category, guys. We're almost at the end. And yeah, Cameron or Nick. Okay. So obviously we got the battle, the boyfriends here. Eric, who are you going to give the point to? Who's the better character or your favorite character, I should say?
Better character, my favorite. I like Nick more.
Okay.
The reason why is once we see him introduced to Tina, as awkward as that scene is, she spills her underwear and stuff like that. He's always trying to be nice to her. He's trying to introduce her to people he doesn't like, but he's always around her so she doesn't feel awkward and stuff like that. And he tries to protect her. Cameron, sure, he has that moment at the end where he's going to protect Allison. But I'm still, because this is the same night as 18. He's still a dick to me. You know what I mean? The way he treated her before, and I'm already not liking him. So I'm going with Nick.
Okay. All right. Kill, how about you?
I'm going with Cameron. There was more depth to it and to him. And remember, he gets redemption for me, not just because he, kind of apologized to his girlfriend. He saved the sheriff.
Yes. Yep.
Nick didn't save Will Patton. Nick was eye candy and just kind of a plot device. He's eye candy for the females, or just anyone who liked him. And he was just kind of just random good guy. you know, and like Eric said, he never tried to make Tina feel anything other or weird, and always tried to, you know, have her back. Cameron is a fuck up, and that's human. And it was good to see, as big of a screw up as he was in the first one and kind of pointless, how the second one kind of almost starts with him, and you get to see, okay, well, what were you doing when all this was going on? And you saved the sheriff. Kudos to you on that one, Cameron. So,
all right, Coriander, how about you?
Yeah, unfortunately, Cameron.
Okay. All right.
I love it.
These guys in the chat, they're pretty much split down the middle. Sarah was saying Cameron had a more interesting story, in my opinion. He went from being a little jerk and me hoping he died to making me upset by the time he died. That's well said, Sarah. And I got to give it to Cameron. I got to give it to Cameron as well, because in the first movie, obviously, I think everyone, you know, just thought he was an absolute asshat, and he was. But this is the thing. When you think about the second movie, and we're only talking about kills, right?
Right.
But obviously we know that he messed up with Alice. If you never saw 2018 and you just watch Kills, you already know he messed up with his girlfriend, because he leaves a message for Oscar on the phone. I messed up with Allison. I got to try to make it right. Blah, blah, blah. I fucked up. But then, like you said, Kill, he saves Officer Hawkins. In the way that he did it, you could tell that, okay, this is not a bad kid. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's trying to help someone. And then, of course, when he does finally reunite with Allison, and, you know, the scenes with his father, I think there were some great scenes with his father as well.
yeah.
And again, Lonnie was a very strong character. So, you know, that helps out a bit, but that's just how it is in a movie. You know, the characters interact with each other. So I think for me, it's not even close. Nick, you know, Nick was just Nick. He was all right. But you know, even in the Friday movies, as far as male characters, he's not very high on my list. So I got to go with Cameron on this one. All right. Next category, guys. The best kill. The absolute best kill in either movie. Eric, what do you got?
That's tough. Because we're not doing most creative, we're doing best. Okay, I'm gonna go the personal route, and here's why. I'm going Halloween Kills, and here's why. My kill is when he finally kills Tommy Doyle. I'm not a big fan of Anthony Michael Hall's performance, so that adds to it. But Tommy Doyle's talking all this shit. He's getting all these people behind him, and then boom with the baseball bat, and he doesn't just, we're assuming, crack his face open with the baseball bat. He breaks it, and then he stabs him with it.
Yeah, I know. Then he stabbed him with it. That was the crazy part.
That is the exclamation point. Don't get me wrong. I love the kills in Jason. I love the Melissa kill, but the fact that he just told Tommy Doyle to shut the fuck up, and he, in his own way, got to go with Michael and Tommy.
And then in that scene, I love it when they do that camera pan on Michael, and it kind of pans up. I had it in the intro. It's almost like Michael was like, "And what, Tommy?"
Exactly.
He's like, "I should have gotten you 40 years ago, bro."
Yeah.
All right, Kill. How about you?
You know, for me, my favorite kill, or the best kill, is because of the weight that this one has, and it's from Halloween Kills, and it's the final kill. It's Karen's death. You know it's significant because it's done in an artistic way.
Yeah.
The camera angles are amazing. The music swells up, and for me, I was not expecting it. Karen, Judy Greer was not expecting it.
Right.
But to see him in the window reflection, you know, after all of this, you know, Judy Greer has been essentially a stand-in main protagonist, you know, second to the town. And we've been following her, and she's such a better, nicer, lovable character in this one than she was in the first one. And then the weight of, damn, Laurie Strode gets hit in the face again. Her daughter just got killed by her nemesis. So yeah, that one for me, it held the most weight, and it's the best kill.
All right. Just another horror fan said Tommy effed around and found out.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah,
he
he did.
did. He did. You know what was messed up too is when Michael stabbed him pretty much right in the heart. It was almost again, look, let's just be honest. James and Kane are G's. They're so
Mhm.
amazing physically. Everything that both of these actors did as these two icons was money. Okay. But in this particular scene, it's almost like he pulled Tommy in a little bit and they're face to face.
Mhm.
And I was just thinking for Tommy, damn, bro, you survived the boogeyman 40 years ago when you were a kid. And kind of like what Just Another Horror Fan said, you effed around and found out. You went into the lion's den and you
Mhm.
just got messed up, bro. And the look, I will say, the look on Anthony Michael Hall's face, in his eyes, kind of almost like that realization,
Yep.
that hey, I'm another victim of the boogeyman. It
Mhm.
did make a lot of weight there. So, Coriander, how about you? Best kill?
Um, Jeez. Well, I did so enjoy it. Is that bitchy blonde? Is that Melissa? Was that her name?
Melissa.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Melissa.
Her death was like, that was great.
Hmm.
But I do have to say that Cameron, I think his kill
Hmm.
out of all of those people, I think he got it the worst out of
Hmm.
all of them. So
All
I'm
right.
just, yeah, Cameron,
Okay.
Halloween.
James saying sleeping bag kill in Friday 7 was
Yeah.
so badass. It was. Danielle's in the chat. Welcome, welcome. Hope you're doing well. Joker saying Tommy got the entire town of Haddonfield wiped out with his delusions of grandeur. It's true, man. Tommy killed a town.
Yeah, he did.
Yep.
Oh my god. Yes. Ronan saying glass through the throat like Sandra's was mean. Yes,
Mhm.
yes, absolutely. For me, you guys have, all of these are good ones you guys are talking about, and there's some great ones in Friday as well. But come on, let's just be real. I got to go with Cameron. Just everything that happened in that scene, Cameron. Again, this is why, and it's funny because I'm talking about Cameron again, a really good character versus Nick and Friday 7, but also Cameron had the best kill in either movie to me because he's searching for his father. He looks up, he sees his dead father, and he even says, Dad. And as soon as he says it, Michael comes out, F's him up. And then, of
Mhm.
course,
Yeah.
Allison tries to save him. Michael takes short work of her. And then it's almost like Michael was pissed.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? It was almost like and he didn't grunt. He wasn't mad, but I'm just saying in the context of the moment, it was almost like he knew what Cameron meant to Allison and was just taking
Mhm.
that extra little bit of brutality out on Cameron. It's a fantastic scene. All three, Andy Matichak, James Jude Courtney, and Cameron, they were all great in that scene. So it's got to go to Cameron for me. All right, let me catch up to the chat real quick. We're getting close here, man. Val saying the best kill. This is where I say the old couple. Phil's death was just brutal. Sandra was just having to sit there and
Mhm.
watch it. Just heartbreaking. Absolutely, no doubt at all. No doubt at all. Okay, Eric. Our next category. You knew we had to go here. Better character, Karen or Tina?
You had to do it like that.
Yes.
You know what? We always say there's no line here.
Mm-hmm.
Karen is a lot better than she was in 18. There's more to
Mhm.
her. But I'm gonna go with Tina, and here's why. I don't care if people think the reason why I'm doing it is cheap or whatever. I'm gonna go with nostalgia glasses because I've loved the Tina character ever since I've seen it as a kid. I've loved the
Mhm.
concept. I love, she's being played by Dr. Cruz. She uses that anger. She uses her guilt from her father. And
Mhm.
she gets really fucking creative with ways to try to take Jason down. So say
Mhm.
what you want. I'm going to go with Tina.
All right. Kill, how about you?
This is an easy street for me.
Mhm.
I am going with Tina.
Mm.
Tina went through a lot. She killed her dad
Mhm.
accidentally. She has a
Mhm.
doctor who's a charlatan and is trying to get her to release her mutant X gene. Her mom kind of cares about her, but doesn't really believe her over the doctor. She has a
blinders
boy
on.
that she has a boy that she likes, but then there's a bitchy rich girl that's just being a bitch. And then on top of that, Mr. Happy is killing all of her friends. And essentially, don't piss Tina off. Because when you piss her off, things go bad.
Yeah.
So yeah, I gotta
All
go
right.
with Tina. Like I love her character. No disrespect to Karen, but I'm going Team Tina.
All right. Coriander, how about you?
Obviously, Tina. I mean, she's like so badass. I mean, Karen was brave and did what she had to do, but Tina is battling Jason and doing all this crazy shit to him that it was so fun to watch. So,
Yeah.
yeah, man.
All right. To me, this is, it's easy, but I do want to say something real quick. It's got to be Tina. Okay, number one, she's a great final girl. Laura is just fantastic. But I'm gonna tell you what, guys, I really got on the Karen train in Kills because I think Judy Greer really did a lot of great things as a character. Just the little things like we talked about earlier, grieving for her husband, trying to save her daughter, also to save her mother from doing dumb shit. And at the end, she got in there, man. She put that pitchfork in Michael to save her daughter no matter what, stomped his head, and you could see the animal coming out of her. But then when she took the mask, and obviously they tried to pull the okey doke on Michael, I thought that was a great scene. And man, you could even see in the way she was talking to him, she was so angry and fired up, but you could also hear the fear and see it in her eyes. And of course, the ending was so tragic. So I just want to give a shout out to Judy Greer as Karen. She really changed my mind on that character. It's funny because Kills changed my mind on Cameron and Karen. So, credit to those actors. And obviously the way that the story was crafted to do that. But it's got to go to Tina. There's absolutely no doubt about that. She's one of the greatest final girls in horror, in my opinion. Yeah. Danielle saying Judy Greer is boss in Archer, so she got her place. Yeah, absolutely. She really is. She's a very talented actress. James and Tina, you really feel for her throughout the movie, and she really took it to Jason. Absolutely, no doubt about it. Let's see. And you guys, yeah, some interesting stuff in here. Mayan's going with Tina, of course, of course. Yeah. Okay, we're almost at the end here, Eric. Next category, we had to do this. Michael Myers versus Jason. Which icon was better represented in these movies? Is it Michael or is it Jason?
I'm going to go with Jason because of stuff we've already talked about, just what Kane brought to the table with not just, the creative kills. We've been saying that all night, but me and Coriander kind of mentioned earlier, he shows the anger. You know what I mean? Like I said, when he rips that cord off his neck, the movement of the jaw, he's pissed. You know what I mean? Kane brings much more to Jason than just the heavy breathing. You know what I mean? Like a lot of people come to point out, he shows anger in much more ways. When he jumps through that window, when he grabs those sliding doors, and he doesn't just open them, he throws them apart. You know what I mean? So I'm no offense to James Jude, gotta go Jason.
All right.
Yeah.
How about you, Kill?
I love both actors and how they portrayed these characters, but I'm going Jason. I love this is my favorite look of Jason. I've said that time and time again. He looks great with the mask on and without it. And on top of that, all of the physicality that Kane brings to it. It's just a total package. So yeah, Jason.
Okay. How about you, Coriander?
I've said it before, James Jude is my favorite Michael, but I just have to say that Jason just notches him out just a little bit here, and I got to go with Jason, man, because he just, I just love Kane in this role, and Eric said it, he did a lot more than just the kills and, the physicality, and yeah, man, it was just, he was good.
All right. And we have people split down the middle here. We got the Jasons, we got some Michaels in here. Absolutely crazy as far as how this is split. Bronson coming in with a $10 super chat. Thank you so much, man. Much appreciated. Saying since it's October, I have something spectacular to share. One of the comments on IMDb for Trick or Treat said Highway to Halloween. I like that. That would be a much better title than Trick or Treat. That is true.
More
It's so
memorable, yeah.
true. Oh my God. I like that. Good one, man. Thank you so much for the super chat. We appreciate you. Seriously. And Gabriella was saying Jason Voorhees, and we got the emojis. Oh my God, that is too funny.
I like that one.
You guys are creative. Val's going with the shape, saying he was on a mission. He was brutal, killing anyone who got in his way. All right. Look, guys, I'm gonna be honest with you. This is really difficult. Okay, because I think both of these films really show these icons at a really high level. There's no doubt about it. And I think that, and of course, we're talking about which icon had the better representation, and both of them I think had fantastic stuff. There's no doubt about it. I could go either way. So I'm gonna be quite honest. I could go either way and I wouldn't blink. But I'm gonna go with Jason on this. And the reason I'm gonna go with Jason is because as scary as Jason is in this movie, somehow he was elevated, in my opinion, And again, we're only talking about this movie, but I'm just saying in this movie, God, man, the stuff that he was doing was just absolutely just batshit crazy, man. Just
what he was going through, man.
The way he was stalking, the use of the weaponry, that scene when he goes into the barn stalking is it Maddie? I think it's Maddie.
Yep.
It's crazy, man. And the lightning strike, and of course we talked about Kane, the little things he does, the turning the head, and I'm just like, man, you're a legend, man. So I gotta go with Jason on this.
One of the best things he does, with his physicality, when he's stalking Maddie and he grabs that sickle, he just he looks at it and he kind of turns it like he's like, I can use this. You know what I mean?
That's
So it's just the little stuff Kane did. You know what I mean? It does add to the Jason character.
Yeah. So, for me, he just edges him out a little bit. Hey, if you ask me again in another 3 seconds, I could say Michael, because the shit that he did in Kills was absolutely amazing. Just so amazing. So let me stop talking before I change my mind on this. So
please.
You already gave the point. Too late.
I know, I did. Vengeance is in the chat. Vengeance is in the chat. I like that. Michael Myers is king. Sorry, Jason Voorhees. All right. Make sure you guys hit the like button, and Val or Maeve, we can get an update on the likes. That'd be great, because we have so many people that are coming in here. It's absolutely crazy. Hopefully the likes have gone up. But our next category is we wind down here, Eric. Ultimately, we got to choose which movie are you going to go with? Is it Halloween Kills or Friday the 13th Part 7?
Damn it. I'm going to sound like Coriander now. Here's why. I'm going with Kills, and here's why. I've seen New Blood countless times. I absolutely love it. I wasn't too big on Kills, and I've made it public. I'm not a fan of the David Gordon Green trilogy overall. You know what I mean? I've never shied from that.
Yeah.
But the first
now
time
you're
I
a fan.
Yeah, hold on. I'm a fan of Kills. This movie for me, I always looked into that fun factor stuff. This was elevated with this second viewing because I was able to pay more attention because we're doing it for a stream, and man, I had so much more fun with just this movie in general from beginning to end. So I'm going with Kills.
All right. How about you, Kill?
This is tough. One of the factors for me is rewatchability, and one of these is infinitely more rewatchable. With that being said, I am choosing Friday the 13th. My reasoning for that is I can rewatch this movie time and time again. And as far as the new trilogy, I can rewatch 2018 time and time and time again.
Okay.
Wow.
Kills not so much for me because evil dies tonight. So there you go.
Oh man. All right, Coriander, who are you going with?
I absolutely, I love both of these movies,
Yeah,
okay?
me too.
Yeah, we
And the
all
fact
do.
that I have to choose sucks. But I am gonna choose Jason.
Yeah, you
So
are.
there you go.
Are you being honest?
Yes, I am.
Obviously, she's being
Because
Yeah,
honest.
I am. Yeah.
I know the inside track. Okay,
Yeah.
all right. Barb saying, these nights are so fun. Hearing everyone's opposing thoughts on their favorites. All right.
No lying.
Very, very cool. Yeah. May is still waving the flag. All right. All right.
Good for you.
Danielle saying, all while being respectful, Barb. It's very cool on Night's channel. Yeah, absolutely. We got to have the respect and the joy and the love. Absolutely. Hale's going with kills. Mayan says we got 63 likes. Let's go. Absolutely. Very, very
All
cool.
right. Nice.
Very, very cool. All right. So for me, I love both of these movies. And obviously, I've seen Friday 7 countless times. It's not even funny, but I'm going to go with kills. And let me tell you why. Because I think that overall, it has so many great aspects to it.
Mm-hmm.
It's got the brutality, it's got the practical effects, it's got the really, I mean, Michael has so many. When I was doing this intro, it was so easy to do the Halloween Kills side of it because there were so many great shots and moments, and especially of Michael, the lighting, the stances, the movements, the kills. Now, granted, it's a newer movie, and they obviously are standing on the shoulders of films like Friday 7, but it is what it is. We're comparing these two against each other. And I think that the characters in general, they just, other than the fact that Tina's one of the greatest final girls of all time, I just think the characters in Halloween Kills, they were just more compelling. So there's no way I can't pick Halloween Kills as the movie that I would choose over, Friday 13th Part 7. Friday 7 could win over a lot of other
Oh,
horror
yeah.
movies because I absolutely love it. It's one of my favorite Friday movies, actually. So,
Okay.
all right. Joker is saying kills. Barb saying kills for me. I can look past the Evil Dies Tonight bit because everything else outweighed that. Friday 7 for me was different, but didn't have the same scare factor like 4 did for me. So it lost some cred. All right. Okay, guys. So we are going to get ready to count up these points. If you have any desire to help out either one of these movies, this is the time to do it because we will not be doing it afterwards. Okay. So we're going to start counting up these points. It's going to be interesting. So I'll have you guys real quick give us our final thoughts on this rematch for the title.
I could be wrong. Obviously, it all depends on when Night gives us the totals. I didn't think this would be as one-sided as it seemed. I made jokes about how Michael got lucky because of the win-loss record, but the Halloween Kills was a very strong entry to prove that it wasn't a fluke victory. And I'll end this by saying this. Here's why I chose Kills. Here's a better example why I chose Kills. As much as I love Friday the 13th 7, I can have that on the background when I'm like doing laundry or cleaning up or anything. I can miss 20 minutes and I won't be affected. When I'm putting in Kills, especially after this rewatch, I want to sit down and watch the entire thing. I was very surprised how much I enjoyed it this time. So, as much as I've given the David Gordon Green trilogy shit, since they've all come out, I have to eat a little bit of crow with Kills. I really enjoyed this one.
That's awesome.
Well, it's interesting when we were trying to decide which Halloween movie to go
Mm-hmm.
for this show, and I recommended this, and I stayed firm
You did.
on this because I knew, like, despite some people don't like Kills. When you go line by line on Kills, and you put it against another movie of the same ilk or same kind of level, it's a good movie. It's a
Mm-hmm.
good movie. Now, obviously, people just looking at Kills on their own, or hell, even me, I have my issues with it.
Mm-hmm.
You can kind of see it in only one light and only one tone. But I knew this was going to be a good fight. I knew it was going to be a good battle, and even though Kills was swinging and putting Jason on the ropes at the beginning of
Mm-hmm.
this, Jason came back with some good punches,
Yep.
in the later rounds. So it's going to be interesting to see where we land on this one, because once again, there is no lying. We try to call it right down the middle. And yeah, like I love both these films, but I slightly love watching Friday 7 more.
I want to say this, but I don't want to. I don't mean to interrupt Coriander, but I'm glad you stuck to your guns, because I won't say what entry I was pushing for, because I thought that would have been the stronger. I ain't no punk type of. We're talking about a fight type of mentality. I'm glad you stood your ground, because I initially didn't think Kills would have been that strong of a competitor, I guess you want to say. I did a whole 180 by the end of this movie, so good for you, dude.
Well, and Coriander, unless you have something you want to throw in real quick, I gotta.
Go ahead.
Okay, guys, this is absolutely crazy, and so for the first time, we're gonna test something in a second, guys. For you guys in live chat, hold on for 1 second. Okay, so last week the score was by 2 points. For the winner, for Michael to take the title. This week,
I don't want to know.
1
point.
What? Bullshit. Really?
1 point on the panel. There's 1 point of difference, and I'm gonna have a conversation at some point later on. But anyways, there's 1 point difference, 36 to 35.
Oh shit!
By the panel vote, Jason is ahead.
Awesome.
Okay. So you're saying because I chose that movie, I was the 1 point?
No, you weren't. Not you. But by the super chat count,
damn it,
to 5, Michael is ahead for a cumulative total of 80 to 41. But because it's a title match, we have to go to a tiebreaker.
Ooh.
Because it's a title match, we have to go to a tiebreaker. So this is what we're going to do. And Eric, I don't know if you have your YouTube open. This is what we're going to do, guys. We have to do this really quick. When I say go in the live chat, you have to tell us which movie should win. All you have to do is write Michael win or Jason win when I say go. Okay, so I just want to make sure I explain that. Let's make this easy, guys. This should be pretty simple. Okay, Eric, are you ready to just double check me? Because sometimes StreamYard is a little laggy.
Okay, so what I'm gonna do is let me get a timer set up. Okay, on my phone.
Okay.
Well, if we want to be fair, because of the lag.
Yeah.
Then you tell me how long I'm going to go with.
Well, we're just gonna go. I don't know, maybe 20 seconds or so.
That's fine.
We're not gonna go super long because we're up.
No, that's what I mean. Super quick.
So everyone in the live chat right now, tell us who wins. Say Michael win or Jason win, and then we're gonna count the votes.
Oof. All right, I'm ready. 1, 2, 3, go. 20 seconds.
All right, we're going. Vengeance. Jason. Michael. The anticipation is killing me.
All right, we're at 20 seconds.
Okay, that's it.
All right.
Okay.
It looks like it's going to Michael, if you ask me. From what I'm
look like that. I'm counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
We all knew that was going to happen.
To 5. I've got 7 to 5.
What was the point of that?
What it looked like. Well, because we need a tiebreaker. We can't.
We need a
because
tiebreaker.
The panel voted one way, but the super chats, they went another way. So that's the way we're gonna have a tiebreak for a title match. Okay, guys, that's what it looks like, guys. So we are done, and you know what that means. In Haddonfield, pull out the pumpkins. Pull out the pumpkins.
Yeah.
Wow. Woo. 1 point, 2 weeks in a row.
Wow.
That is absolutely crazy.
He has won 3 weeks in a row.
Yeah.
Let that sink in.
You
Let
can't
that
kill the
sink in.
boogeyman.
All right.
His middle name is
He's ready
Audrey.
to leave. Corey's ready to
Bye.
leave.
Hold on. Come on.
Have a good night,
Give him-
everyone.
Give him some respect. 3 weeks in a row.
Absolutely. I have
Jason
to.
Look,
Yeah.
beaten Michael on a few occasions though.
Look,
So
I
this
just-
is actually a great matchup of
Yeah.
I just got to
icons.
say this. We love Jason. We love Friday the 13th.
Of course we do.
But to win at this game 3 weeks in a row?
Yeah.
Yes.
It's because you picked the wrong damn movie.
No. I just told Kill that he made the right choice because it made
I
a
think it was
better.
the right choice too,
fight.
man. Because Kane would have rolled, and
I
rest in
think if,
peace to George Wilbur.
you
Hold
know-
on, rest in peace to George Wilbur.
Yeah,
but
yeah,
Kane
yeah.
would have rolled all over Halloween 4, Michael Myers. The only thing that
Yeah.
Halloween 4 had was Loomis, over Friday 7, in my opinion, which is great, but that's only one category, man. You know what I mean? So I think that it was right down to a point for us.
Mm-hmm.
And even in the live chat, 7-5 is close too. So, all right, guys, this was crazy.
Remember what we talked about, Night. Jason's now
Yes.
back on the hunt, and you know what that means to
Back
get a
on the
title
hunt.
shot, right?
That's right. He's on the hunt, and and he still has the respect,
He
'cause
does.
he's an OG champ. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? But yeah, he's going to be chilling out at Crystal Lake for a little while. We're
Yeah.
going to be drinking a lot of pumpkin spice lattes for a little while.
I'll have a pumpkin beer instead of that latte stuff. but-
Yeah, there you go. So for you guys in the live chat, thank you so much for hanging out with us. This was absolutely crazy. 2 weeks in a row, 3 points in difference in 2 weeks. And Michael's just pulling it out, man.
Yeah.
He's just the blackest eyes, man. It's absolutely crazy. We hope you guys enjoyed this. If you didn't see the whole thing, a lot of you guys jumped in the middle and more than halfway through it. Check out the replay. This was so much fun going through this,
Mhm.
and you guys literally made the final choice. It was the tiebreaker that only happens on title matches. It only happens on title matches. The panel, we voted Jason by a point. The super chats voted Michael, and so then we had our live tiebreaker, and you guys voted Michael still champion by a score of 7-5. Absolutely down the line. It was absolutely to the wire. So thank you guys so much for hanging out with us. We really appreciate it, and we will catch you guys next time. And if you're watching this, if you're listening to this, you are the Nightwatch. Peace out. I shot him
Cheers.
6 times and he's still the champ.